I thought this was really informative and walked us through it step by step, but it's also visually stunning. I thought the shots from afar and then zooming up to the bark of the tree was extremely striking. I've never seen that done so smoothly and also in a way that felt visually authentic, not like super CGI. And I thought the visuals really helped create the immensity of the valley, and it felt like it was quite immersive in that. And I think that's a really important thing to show the immensity and the power of nature when we're talking about this topic. And I think the balance of the very clearly delivered call to action and the informational aspect was really supported by the cinematography. As yeah, I felt like I was a part of the journey, and I could understand the feel of the land, which I mean, it's all about the pathos of it and getting your audience to be connected to your piece emotionally.
So relaxing, so serene. We get just this beautiful moment to see the world, but also um, see trees at their core, almost literally. You know, we get to see how trees grow, how trees adapt, how trees change. We get to see how climate change affects them, and we kind of get to see this in a scientifical notion. We follow these experts to be able to kind of see the data and see this report on their findings and kind of giving us light to this notion of that climate change is very much real and it's very much important and it's worldwide. It's not just here in the US, it is worldwide. And it is an issue that we all have to tackle together. And what better way to bring out these notions than the tree of life itself? We need trees for oxygen and to build, and we utilize, trees for many things, for paper, for for creating heat. It's it's such a utilized tool. So why wouldn't we want to come in and understand this supply uh, that could inevitably be wiped out by our own undoing?
This film had some beautiful footage of the trees, of the environment here. Um, I liked that they conducted all of their interviews in the forest, in the environment that they were conducting all of these experiments on the trees. Um, so we never left and we never lost sight of why they were doing what they were doing. Um, I enjoyed the explanation of all these high-tech tree growth tools that they were doing, and they were able to break down scientific concepts in a way that I was able to understand, which I thought was really well done. It really emphasized the effects of climate change on these trees' growth, and how certain things can affect how the tree grows upwards and outwards, and what all these different tools do and why they're doing it every day. So yeah, I thought they did a great job of explaining themselves, along with this beautiful footage that they were showing us of the trees.
This was a really nice documentary. I thought the length of it was perfect. Really nice, subtle music throughout, and it was perfect because it didn't distract from anything. Um, Interesting on how dramatic the climate change or glaciers are having on the tree growth. And it was just really, I thought the script was great because it explained the purpose of the documentary really to the point, and also was very educational. Um, how they examine wood samples weekly and, other parts, such as measuring the environmental conditions and how in depth it is and how they have sensors on some trees and things like that. So just a really good and also very, I loved the cinematography and the landscape shots, just beautiful.
What gorgeous cinematography in this film. It's a subject that a lot of people need to know about, conserving trees and observing trees and the growth of them, especially with things like climate change affecting them. The cinematography in this is really what captures the attention so that you can pay attention to what they're saying. If it was just a talking head with the guy interviewing without showing the trees, without showing the landscape, it'd be very easy to tune him out because you have no idea what he's talking about. But showing it step in step with in the frames actually makes it where it's easier to pay attention because you actually understand exactly what he's saying. It makes it a wonderful film to watch. It's very educational because you can actually understand what is being talked about.
This area is a gradient in the Swiss area, and they've chosen this area for a specific reason, and it's a controlled aspect of space where they're able to conduct all this experimentation. And this has been going on for a really long time. I believe this project has spanned over 15 years, where they've collected samples on a week by week basis to really understand the deterioration of trees over time. And knowing the span of time that this process has taken place, to see how they're able to sum it up in this documentary is actually quite a feat. You really do get a sense of everything, and you do take this journey with these researchers and really understand what it is that they're researching and how it is that they're coming with this information.
We never seen like documentary that pay like close attention to the growth of the forest, of the green creatures like inside the wilderness like this, and it's really like informative and very well like detailed in terms of like why it's important for us to understand like when the tree or like plants grow, how it would affect like the humanity, like or our lives like overall. And with like like time lapsing like footages with the visual elements like in this documentary, it just kind of like help us understand the issue better. So I feel like how they put together like footages, like the information and voiceover narration, it helped us a lot to understand the issue better.